My name's Stuart Simpson. I'm the CEO of Think Surgical. And on behalf of all of our employees, I am thrilled to accept this award for the groundbreaking technology. I've been in the orthopedic industry for nearly 30 years. I started my career with Stryker and had the opportunity to work with Stryker all around the world. And then in 2013, I had the opportunity to be involved in Stryker's acquisition of Mako Surgical Corporation. That was my first entree into the world of robotics and orthopedic robotics specifically. That deal was transformative for Stryker, and fast forward to 2019, when I left Stryker, I had a big decision to make about what to do after my career at Stryker. And I was so enamored with the robotics space, specifically orthopedic robotics, that I decided to stay in this space. So in 2021, I joined Think Surgical as the CEO. Think Surgical had been around for around approximately 10 years. They'd been involved in an older robotic platform, the sort of modern version of the original Robotic. And that was a technology which was groundbreaking at the time, but probably ahead of its time, and not a technology that I felt was right for today's market. But the people at Think Surgical told me that they had a miniature handheld robot in development and encouraged me to come and take a look at it. And as soon as I saw the product, which we now know as TMINI, I immediately recognized that it added tremendous value to the orthopedic robotics offering. So I decided to join the company. We focused all of our resources on TMINI, accelerating the development in order to bring it to market as fast as possible. So 2023, in April, we achieved FDA clearance, and the first surgeries with the product were in early September last year. And since then, the momentum has been gathering, and we're very excited to bring this technology to market. We think it expands the market opportunity for robotics in joint replacement, and we continue to evolve that platform with a FDA clearance of what we call TMINI 1.1, which is the next iteration of the product, was achieved just a few days ago. So we're excited. We are adding lots of commercial partnerships with implant companies, including a big one which was recently announced with Zimmer Biomet. So we believe that 2024 really is a breakout year for Think Surgical, and we're absolutely delighted to be recognized with the award from your publication. TMINI is a miniaturized robot. It's a wireless handheld robotic technology that performs very differently from the existing more industrial type of robots that are in the orthopedic market, but it achieves all of the same outcomes in surgery. And I really do credit our engineer Joel Zuhars with the innovative thought, because he started from a perspective of what is it that a robot is trying to do when you're performing knee replacement surgery, instead of starting from the perspective of what is a robot, what does a robot look like, and how do we adapt it to orthopedic surgery. So starting from the user objectives for joint replacement surgery or knee replacement surgery, Joe worked backwards and ended up with a handheld robotic technology, which is about £7. It truly is a handheld technology. Compare or contrast that to the existing robots, which are about £900. You can start to imagine how very, very different this is compared to what has gone before. And we believe that that makes our robot more accessible. We believe that it makes our robot easier to use. And because of that, we believe that this robot, TMINI, will expand the market opportunity and accelerate the adoption curve of robotics in joint replacement generally and knee replacement specifically. So this award really is validation for Joel's innovative thought process and validation of the product that we've brought to market. It's been about 10 years in development. There are 6 or 7 major technology breakthroughs incorporated into this product. So it didn't just happen overnight. It has been a very long-term development effort. And I give our investors tremendous credit for having the long-term investment approach and recognizing that their investment patience would eventually pay off. And that's where we are today. So this award really is a tremendous achievement for everyone who's been involved with the product, and I see it as true validation of the work over a long period of time of so many talented engineers at Think Surgical. I feel like I've already started to get to that question with my previous answer, but I will expand a little bit. You know, the existing robots in the orthopedic market, for example, Mako, the one which I was involved with previously, these are large industrial form robots. They're about 900 pounds. You have to wheel them into the operating room and position them at the operating room table. And across the table, there's the camera system. There is the location technology for the end effector. That means that both sides of the operating room table are off limits, if you like, for the surgeon, the physician's assistant, and the scrub staff. That means that in order to use one of those robots, there's a huge amount of workflow disruption that occurs in the operating room. It makes them very difficult to learn and difficult to master because they require a complete rethink of the entire operating room workflow. With TMINI being a handheld device, it sits on the Mayo table next to many of the other instruments used in the surgery. The camera system sits overhead, so there are no line of sight challenges. That means that the surgeon and the operating room staff can stay at the operating room table around the patient in the same position that they were trained to be in, the same position they've been in for decades. And that makes the TMINI technology particularly easy to use because it doesn't disrupt operating room workflow at all. The other major benefit of TMINI is that it removes the need for more than 80% of the knee replacement instruments that are used in a surgery. So it is very efficient as well as being easy to use. So it really does represent the next step forward. You know, technology always becomes smaller over time. It always becomes more intuitive and easier to use over time. And it always becomes less expensive over time. And TMINI delivers on all 3 of those next steps in robotics. So we're very excited about this technology. It's early days, but the progress to date has been everything we could have hoped for. The partnership with Zimmer Biomet, which we entered into in June of 2024, is a huge opportunity for Think Surgical. In the market, customers have different ways of acquiring technology, such as orthopedic robots. Some customers like to buy the technology and own it outright. Others prefer to lease the technology so that they are protected against redundancy. So if a new generation of the technology comes out after a few years, when they come to renew their lease, they can upgrade to the newest technology. And some customers prefer to get what they consider a free robot in return for making commitments to the implant vendor for a particular volume of implants per year at a certain price point for several years. And in return, the company will place the robot for the use of the surgeons. As I've said already, Think's approach is implant agnostic. We celebrate the fact that we have partnerships with 10 implant partners because we think that is a more customer-centric model. But for those customers that want a big company implant brand and they want a bundle of implants and the robot over a multi-year period, that wasn't possible with our existing business model, and it now is with our partnership with Zimmer. So we're very excited. The partnership with Zimmer is a unique partnership for us. We have created a Zimmer specific version of our TMINI, which can only be used with the Zimmer Persona knee implant. And Zimmer are selling that technology alongside their existing ROSA technology as one of the robotic options that they're offering to their patients. For Zimmer, we believe that it's a great and bold move. They are the first company to offer a large format robot and a handheld robot for use with their knees. And that's particularly appealing, the handheld robot, in the surgery center market, which is a fast-growing segment of the market. That being said, we continue to sell, our TMINI open platform robot, which has multiple other implant partners on it as an open implant option for the customers that prefer that. So Think, through the partnership with Zimmer and the partnership with our existing implant partners, can cover both of those segments of the market with an offering that is tailored to their preferred means of acquiring robotic technology. So we're very excited about the partnership. It's in the early days. We're still figuring out the commercial model with our partners at Zimmer. And in fact, at this moment in time, the Zimmer Persona knee is not yet approved for use with the product. We're in the regulatory process at the moment. We anticipate that that will be cleared for marketing by the end of August. So early days, but tons of excitement about this new partnership. In the short term, executing on the partnership with Zimmer is one of our priorities. Adding new implant partners to our open platform is every bit as important, and we continue to have good news on that front, and I'm expecting there should be some new announcements in the very near future. The second priority for us has been adding intraoperative adjustments and gap balancing functionality to the TMINI platform, and I'm very excited to announce that in July 2024, so just a few days ago, we received clearance for that updated version of TMINI, so TMINI 1.1. I think we're going to call it TMINI Pro, according to our marketing team. So that's an important milestone for us. In the next 6 months, so between now and the end of the year, we are very focused on user experience improvement. Any new technology like this has some opportunity to be refined after you bring it to market. as you get more and more customers using it, you get more and more feedback about the way the device works and individual surgeon perspective on how the usability. So we capture all of that information through our limited market release. And with that information, we are formulating some very minor updates to the product over the next 6 to 12 months, which will drive significant improvements in the user experience. We're also working on a online case planning technology, because in today's world, we need to have a connected solution. And our connected solution, our Think Case Manager platform, is close to full development. We will be deploying that in the second half of this year. And as we deploy it and it gets more widely used, that will also have some user experience improvement opportunities identified. So really, we're at the stage where the big product development milestones have been achieved, and now we're just optimizing the product that we've got. Clearly, this technology has other potential applications for different joints or different types of surgery outside of joint replacement, and that's very strategic conversation that's ongoing within our leadership team and with our board of directors. And that's not something that we'll talk about publicly, but we are excited about the multiple potential pathways that we can pursue to expand the indications for this technology. We are also working with a partner called Curexo from Korea on a larger format robot, which is fully autonomous. We believe that all of the work that's been done up to this date by the market leader, Mako, and others, is leading towards a future where the robot takes more responsibility for the bone preparation in the operating room. Think about the existing robots as being lane assist cars compared to the autonomous or self-driving cars that Tesla are pursuing. So we are excited that Think will potentially be the first company to offer a self-driving robot or an autonomous robot or as soon as 2025. So Think have a lot to do in terms of optimizing TMINI as it exists today, developing new applications and indications for TMINI in the future, and developing this autonomous robotic technology, which we will bring to market in the future. So there's a lot to do, Katie, and I'm excited. The challenge is not what should be on the list. The challenge is, of all of the things on the list, which are the ones that we're going to prioritize in the short, medium, and long term. This is such an important recognition and validation to us. We're very humbled. We saw the list of technologies that were in the finalist category, and we were in awe of the competition. And even just being recognized on the same list as many of those technologies was exciting for us. To actually win the award and to receive this is humbling, and it's exciting. And for me personally, it is tremendous validation of the long-term dedication from our engineers and our research and development team and our partners at Sagentia Innovation, who were with us on this journey for many, many years. We didn't do it all internally ourselves. We worked with an external development consultant, Sagentia Innovation. It also represents, for me, tremendous validation of our investors' foresight and their patience in continuing to fund this effort. As I said earlier, it's been a 10-year effort. There's been tremendous technological breakthroughs that we've had to achieve in order to bring this product to market. So that is great validation of our investors' foresight and patience. And third, for me personally, it's a real endorsement for the decision that I made to stay in this segment of the market when I left Stryker. I could have done many other jobs, but I decided to stay with robotics and orthopedics and take a risk with Think Surgical, and I am delighted that I made that decision. I can't imagine having the opportunity to run a more exciting company, and I'm proud of the organization that we're building here. So it really is so many layers of validation. But I also recognize that with an award, with validation, and with recognition like this comes increased responsibility and accountability. So we understand that we have to keep moving forward. We have to keep delivering on what we've promised. And we have to do that with a sense of urgency and an absolute commitment to quality. And I can tell you that we have the team in place to do that. So I'm excited about the future.